Coming up, we'll see Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr. It's a rematch from a year ago that saw the two QBs combine for just 233 passing yards. It's the Raiders and the Browns, and it's next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 12 carries, 59 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That one looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, 4th-year man from Oklahoma. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On first down, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Drake. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Looking to throw. Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his right. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. We're scoreless after 1. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll go down at the 28.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. They've had a great impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. What a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 5th. They've got his man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider first sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Throwing, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming in. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
50 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro.
If you were me,
the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah on the tackle. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down, it's Jacobs. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. But Josh Jacobs, a guy that runs with a lot of power, third in the NFL last year in yards after contact, and breaks off a nice run there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mayfield looks to throw.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
We'll check on his status when we get back.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns! Anthony Schwartz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just 1 big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've...
Oh, and now some space to operate. Still going. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. And that is where Darren Waller really excels. He led all NFL tight ends in yards after the catch in 2020. Another nice effort here. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here, the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6, and not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Chubb will get the call, running left. Runs over him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
180 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. Mayfield keeps it himself, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
When you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Chubb running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. A give. This is Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we get in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Carr and the Raiders now down 17-14. A minute 52 to play. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. picked by the rookie Greg Newsome. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Mayfield. Flush to his right.
Got a man. It's short. It's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And room there to work it inside the 25.
168 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close